Hello, you are listening to Dr. Victor Sojo. I am a senior lecturer in leadership at the University of Melbourne, and today I want to talk to you about a research project that I was very happy to lead in partnership with the Victorian government. As you probably know, Australia is becoming more diverse, and every day we have more workers in the labor force. Unfortunately, not everybody is having the same opportunities to access employment. We know for a fact that women are less likely to be participating in the labor force, and we also know that people with disabilities, our veterans, and also people from ethnic minority background, even when they are qualified, they are struggling to find employment. In fact, we know that, for instance, Aboriginal people, people with disabilities, people from two ethnic minority backgrounds, both Muslim people and also people from Chinese background, they have to submit a significantly larger number of CVs to be able to get a job interview. In this research partnership, we try to eliminate some of the biases that might be at play here. So the first intervention that we trialed was CV de-identification. Basically, we eliminated specific identifying information from the CVs of the applicants. What we observed in the randomized controlled trials that we run both in the private sector and in the public sector was that, in fact, doing that elimination of information that was identifying increased the likelihood that women were going to be shortlisted for interviews. It also increased the probability that people who live in disadvantaged suburbs were going to be shortlisted for interviews, and the same happened with people from ethnic minority backgrounds. In this set of interventions, we also tested the impact of unconscious bias training programs. We targeted this training program to people working in recruitment and selection processes. And here what we found is that people had a stronger intention of engaging on a range of behaviors that would reduce bias and discrimination in recruitment and selection after participating in the training program. Finally, we wanted to test the capacity of language to also increase the likelihood that a specific group of people were going to apply for jobs. And again, what we found is that when we had this specific language telling people that we were looking for individuals with disabilities for this specific set of jobs, people with disability were significantly more likely to apply for jobs. So it is possible to basically target specific groups in the recruitment process, and these interventions could be effective. Ultimately, what's important here is that there is no single intervention that is going to be effective. We need to think about a whole of life cycle of employment interventions to guarantee that bias and discrimination don't have a negative impact on people's career opportunities.